Hello guys and welcome back to Fallout New Vegas. So last time we helped out the Brotherhood of Steel a little bit, we helped out the Boomers. Off camera what I've done is I've just gathered a few unique weapons that we didn't have because I've been doing a few unique weapon guides over on TikTok and they are also on the YouTube as well. So anyway, but from travelling with these two off camera, I have now unlocked Veronica's companion quest. So we're going to do that today.
What's up?
What did you want to talk about
The
earlier?
Brotherhood is failing. I've always known that. If we don't change course, we're going to fall apart, or fade away. But until recently, I haven't understood where we went wrong, or how to fix it. I think I need to go home.
I'll take you back the first chance I get.
Great! Thanks! Thank you! I'll encourage people to name their non-ugly children after you. Seriously.
Thank you. I don't think you need more Declans about though, I'm going to be honest. I think me and Declan Rice are carrying that name. Like, honestly, we carry that on our backs. We're carrying everyone called Declan. And obviously Deck from Anton Deck. Like, we are doing bits for Declans everywhere, just saying. Where the fuck's Hidden Valley? There it is. Okay. Oh yeah, I was looking at the challenges as well for the Gunrunner's Arsenal and things. But here you see a slave obeys, kill Mr. House with a 9 iron on a Fies Golf driver. This is a reference to Bioshock because, as you know, Mr. House and Andrew Ryan, they are voiced by the same voice actor, whose first name is Armin. I can't remember his surname though, but I know he's called Armin. He voices Mr. House and Andrew Ryan, and in Bioshock, Andrew Ryan gives the player character a golf club while he tells you to beat him to death, and he says a man chooses, a slave obeys, when he gives Jack the golf club to beat him with. Anyway, with that being said, let's go help out the Brotherhood a wee bit more. Well, there, I've got some bark scorpions. Probably didn't need to use this on them. But it got used. Pardon me. Right. Hidden Valley Bunker. We just need to go take Veronica to sit. Oh, hello.
Thank you for being such a good friend to the Brotherhood. So we've set aside some of our recycled energy cells.
Thank
Leave
you.
a few of them in that footlocker in the corner every so often. The Paladins scoff at using recycled ammo, so no one should mind.
Cool. Thank you. Yeah, cool. So with them, I can. Oh no, they've already recycled them for me. Oh, cool. I don't have to recycle them myself. That's cool. Hello. Senior Scribe Schuler.
I heard we have you to thank for McNamara having a change of heart. Thank you.
It's alright,
So
love.
what can I do for you?
Do you have any quests? You do not. So you're a doctor?
Yes, I handle all medical needs in the bunker. If you're ever wounded, I can treat you. For a fee. Normally I'd just be the base's medical officer. But my other duties say otherwise.
Okay. What services can you
We have
perform?
equipment here to treat most physical injuries. Lacerations, broken bones, that sort of thing. We also carry a full supply of antitoxins. You may have noticed the bark scorpions up above. Though tiny, their venom packs quite a punch. Treating scorpion stings is my most common procedure.
You all wear power armor.
Treat any form of radiation sickness you pick up out in the waste.
Why?
No matter what stage. Save the last.
You all have power armor, so how the fuck is poison getting through? Anyway, you mentioned other duties you had?
I'm head scribe in everything but name. I supervise the research teams. I collate the reports. I attend the meetings. But for reasons beyond me, that buffoon Taggart still gets the title. And don't get me started on that little pet of his. Everyone around here knows what's going on there but her.
You really don't like Taggart, do you?
I appreciate how much harder I have to work to cover for his tendency to focus on his personal projects. I try not to think too much about his personal proclivities.
So you're a doctor, where's our services reforms? Right, so I don't know if I can help her with that, but maybe that's unlocks a few dialogue options. That's the armory. But anyway, let's go see McNamara. I don't know if I said this last time, but the first head teacher at my school was called Mrs. McNamara. So every time I do this part of Fallout New Vegas, when I go to see Elder McNamara, I always think of Mrs. McNamara. Right, so Veronica should talk to him. Yeah. What we got here? Repcon, Hoover Dam, Nellis, The Lucky 38.
Veronica, tell me this isn't about...
Yes, goddammit, it is. But you're gonna hear me out this time.
We've been through this.
The things I've seen now, other groups succeeding where we fail, it's not too late for us.
We've outlasted the end of the world. We'll outlast these upstarts.
Waiting in a hole for everyone else to die.
If we must.
This is a dead end for us.
I see no evidence of that. Nor do I see anyone out there with a solution to our problems.
How could you? You're too scared to look. Let's go. We're wasting our time.
Okay.
What's up?
Welcome, outsider. Welcome. The lockdown has been... With the surface open to us once...
What can you do for me? I want to join the Brotherhood. No, not yet. I might do it at a later date, but I don't...
I slapped him around, but he stood at my parents' wedding. Plus, he used to make excuses to get me out of my punishment when I'd slept through Head Scribe Taggart's lectures. Figure I owe him for that.
Fair enough.
He means well.
What now?
I'm not giving up. He wants evidence, but he'll never go looking for it. He's scared I'm right. He'll never listen unless I hold the proof right in front of his face.
You think the Elder will listen at all?
He's a stubborn old man, but when it comes down to it, he's got our best interests at heart. If he sees some indisputable sign we're on the wrong course, he won't ignore it.
So, what is it you've been trying to
That's my
accomplish?
question to the Elder. All these years, the Brotherhood has collected weapons technology. And for what? To keep it out of people's hands? That clearly hasn't worked. To defend ourselves? We can't compete with the NCR's numbers, or the Legion's. We're fighting a war for a lost cause. If we're gonna survive, we have to find a role in society, attract new members.
How would you propose to do
Look at
that?
the followers of the Apocalypse. They use their expertise to improve people's lives. They train them to be self-sufficient.
Yeah.
That expertise cultivates respect and gratitude, spreads their ideals, draws talent to their cause. They make friends like we make enemies. But they don't know a fraction of what we know. If we took on their role, we could stand up to anyone. We wouldn't have to hide.
What could we do to bring... What could we bring to him that would change his mind?
I don't know. We need something that shows the Brotherhood will fail, or that it can do better a different way. The only thing that gets his attention is technology. Maybe Father Elijah had the right idea.
Father Elijah?
Our elder before McNamara. He had a nose for recovering lost technology. He'd send scribes out into the desert, chasing whatever leads he found. There were a few he only trusted me with. I can think of at least one that'd prove my point, if it still exists. There's a comm terminal not too far from here I'd use to access messages from him. If we go there, I can pull up his research on it.
What's that
I'm
out?
with you. Being around here isn't the same anymore.
Access Father Elijah's notes at the comm terminal with Veronica. Alright.
What is this? Veronica brings an outsider into our home, then has a private audience with the Elder? The two of you may have the Elder fooled, but we know better. Veronica has always twisted the Founder's principles to her own ends. We will not stand idly by and allow her to corrupt our Elder's thinking.
Alright.
Sorry about that. Just because I love them doesn't mean some of them aren't assholes.
Reports say Mr. House the robot is now using tech we never heard of.
Well, let's keep going up here then. So we need To access Father Elijah's terminal, which is at Helios 1. Okay, I can do that. I can do that. This way. Just fast travel to Helios 1. Because I remember Elijah has a secret shack down here, I remember. I mean, I don't know why he has this, but he did. Must have been when the Brotherhood had Helios 1. Okay, download research notes.
Let's see what we've got here. Okay, yeah, this is the one I was thinking of. The pulse gun. Although, maybe the rangefinder could work too. And it looks like the NCR was onto some miracle farming technology.
What about the
It's a targeting
rangefinder?
device for some kind of doomsday weapon based at Helios 1. It was lost sometime after the war. We held Helios 1 for a time. Lost a lot of people defending it. Too many. All for this weapon they never got working. If it turns out to be a dud, it'd show how flawed our goals have been. Father Elijah said he thinks a scavenger might have sold it on the strip.
Farming technology?
Somebody
Oh,
wasn't. We'd never.
I skipped that anyway. What's the
Electromagnetic
pulse?
weapon from before the Great War. Experimental. It never saw mass production. But they were building it as a countermeasure to power armor, which they feared the Chinese were developing. Supposedly a prototype was being housed at Nellis. Imagine what it could do to the Brotherhood. We'd be on equal footing with any idiot with a gun.
Let's pursue the rangefinder. Primarily because I know where the rangefinder
Download
is.
complete. Begin recording. Navarro
Oh,
Outpost
hello.
scientist, I am glad that EDE has reached you. You will find several data banks of information on this machine.
So about continue.
Please handle this information with the utmost care, as it represents the sum total of the results of my research on the Duraframe iBots. There are also several data banks with information on my research into Poseidon Energy, and some projects they were working on in the Mojave area.
Right. We've unlocked another one of Edie's companion logs there, so we just need one final one. And it's just finding out who to talk to. I know who has the gun. There's no point going to Freeside, you've actually probably seen him already.
Yes.
Here he is. Max, he's holding the gun there.
Reach for the sky, mister.
About that gun from you?
This is the best gun in the whole galaxy. I paid 1,000,000 caps for it, and it wasn't even brand new.
Yeah, but your heavy use has really depreciated its value. It's only worth 20 caps now.
Oh man, it's Stacy's fault. She pretends like she didn't get hit. That's still a lot of money. I guess I'll take it. Yeah.
Wow. Good thing the safety was on.
Well, there you have it. So now, to enable the rangefinder, you've got to send the power at Helios 1 to Archimedes 2, which is a satellite. And then, once every 24 hours, you can fire this weapon. And it's a hell of a gun. Hey, Rotface.
Hey, buddy.
Here you go.
First thing you should know is that Freeside is run by a pack of yahoos that call themselves the Kings. Their leader, who oddly enough calls himself the King, Currently has his hands full trying to prevent an all-out riot in Freeside. That's 2 tips, but what the hell? You're a new customer, so the extra one's on me. Wanna hear another?
Sure.
In the area between the north and east gates is the old Mormon fort, where the followers of the apocalypse have set themselves up. The followers aren't a bad bunch, and provide healing and supplies to the people of Freeside as they can. What do you say? Want another tip?
Maybe another time.
What's up?
Right, so now heading back to Helios 1. Because I think I can now actually help the NCR activate Helios 1. Because we've got to send the power from Helios 1 to the Strip and to McCarran? I think we send the power to the Strip and to Camp McCarran. I think. I can't remember. So, through here.
It's unusual to see a new fate.
More of a drifter.
I see. Then you must have some special business here, for them to have let you through.
They're looking for help to get the plant running.
Interesting. Forgive me for prying, but I'm curious. Are you with a particular group?
This is your turf, for all I know. You could have me killed for my allegiance. Who are you with?
Very well, yes. I'm part of the followers of the apocalypse. If you're not familiar, we seek peace and the spread of knowledge. Knowledge that must never be lost to the world. Now your turn.
Who am I with? Am I with the followers? Am I with the NCR, or am I with the Brotherhood? That is the question, isn't it? I'll tell you what. I just do what's necessary to keep the peace.
That's reassuring. Although many who've made that claim over the years have had less than pure intentions. But if it's really as you say, then take my advice. This installation carries with it dangers that no one here has realized. Take care of what you do here, and who you listen to. Some things are best left buried with the old world.
NCR has asked me to help increase the plant's power
Then I would say
output.
do it. As long as the power of this plant is committed to the regional grid and not to a weapon, we are safe. If you're the one to restore output, then you can route the power where you choose, and they'll never be the wiser. I can't get you past the security in the tower, but I can be of some help. I've discovered a password for one of the mirror control terminals outside. You'll need it.
I could have got the password from him this whole fucking time. God damn, you should really talk to every NPC you see in Fallout, honestly. Where should I route the power?
The NCR has their own designs for it, no doubt, but resist the urge to send it only to the thriving communities. The need for power is great everywhere. Distributing it evenly is the most rational and humane choice.
Good point. Goodbye. Because I forget the options. I think the options are to send it to Camp McCarran and to the Strip, which is one option. Then there's another option which is to send it to the fort, where Caesar and that are. And there's another option to send it to Archimedes 2, which is the satellite that helps fire the Euclid Seafinder. There we are. Reset mainframe connection. Cool. Right, so now it's as simple as entering the solar communication tower. Heading down here. There's a lot of robots in here if I remember correctly. Fucking hell, more sentry bots. I thought I got 138 XP then for killing a sentry boss. What did I say? Why haven't I been killing sentry bots this whole time? Then again, like in all Fallout games, sentry bots are quite a rare enemy. Except in Fallout 4, they seem to be everywhere in that game. Hello? What have we got down here? You're dead. Jump down here. Fucking hell. Blew his eyes off. Blew his fucking eyes off. There we are. Another containment level. Okay. Helios 1 mainframe. Configure power grid. Fremont and West Side. Full region. Full region emergency output level. McCarran and the Las Vegas Strip. Fremont and West Side. What's Fremont? I know what West Side is, but what's Fremont? I'll do full region at emergency output levels. But before I do that, let me save. No, we don't want to arm the thing. Initiate reflector target. Okay, I'll do that. Well, doing it this way will also get rid of Fantastic. And he's a bit of a prick. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. Poseidon Energy. Big company in Fallout, actually. Hey, Python. There you are. Repaired you. Fix the robot. I don't know what that enemy is. Anyway. 9 AM and 3 PM. Okay. Another hour. There you go. Talk to Ignacio? There they are. They're all gonna power up like fuck now, these solar panels. There you are. Helios 1. Jesus Christ, I'm blinded. Jesus Christ, I've gone blind. let's go see Ignacio or Ignacio again. And let's see what Mr. Fantastic's, or not Mr. Fantastic, let's see what Fantastic's reaction is to me, me doing this. I'd imagine he's going to be a bit upset, but I don't care because he's a prick.
What can I help you with?
What more is there to this place in the power plant? I overloaded the plant, no one will be able to use it as a power weapon.
So I saw. Shame to let the energy go to waste, but on the other hand, now we can rest easy. Here, accept these for your efforts.
Goodbye. Okay. Science, only needed 1 point to max that out. Get medicine up. Get lockpick up. Get energy weapons up. We're gonna be maxed out at some point, Wes, honestly.
Yo.
Goodbye. He's not even bothered. He's not even bothered that I didn't send the fucking powers to the strip and Camp McCarran. But can the power not be rerouted anyway? Or rerouted? Okay, with that, let me... head back to Hidden Valley. Where's Veronica? Oh, there she is.
Oh, what's up?
Right, well, let's see if I can return it to, to Elder McNamara. If not, I'll go grab the pulse gun. Oh. Fuck, where are we going? This way.
Greetings, my friend.
No?
What's up?
Okay. Pulse gun it is. Go grab the pulse gun. If this is the case, we'll have to go grab the pulse gun. Which actually isn't that hard. Well, it's not hard to get, it's just... Actually, I can't because I don't have high enough lockpick skill. Shit! Right, I'll tell you what. Here's what we'll do instead. Wait, we've got. Wait, so there's still a quest marker here anyway. Maybe I can prove that it's a dud or something.
This place is off limits to civilians. You don't like it? Take it up with Lieutenant
But I swear I'm not a civilian. I swear I'm part of the NCR now. And that's not even as a civilian. I don't fucking know. Okay, well let's just do what Veronica wants us to do here, maybe. Could be the better option. Because if we just follow the quest marker, because it didn't get X'd off or anything. Because I thought if we powered up something else, it'd get rid of it and say, oh look, well it can't be powered, so it's a dud. I thought that'd be the reason. But maybe not. Which I'm a bit confused about, to be honest. Oh look, you're down again. That's it. Might have to go get the pulse gun then. Shit. Right, whatever. Just look at the old terminal. Initial trials, Archimedes testing.
What's up?
Never mind. Never mind. Okay, whatever. Right, well, we're just gonna head to Black Mountain then. Because I can't carry on with Veronica's quest for a bit anyway. So I'm just gonna head up here to Black Mountain just to do something else. Oh, the mutants are friendly now. Why's that? Why are the super mutants friendly? I mean, I'm not complaining. Saves ammunition. I guess it's because I did this peacefully. Well, not initially, I did kill people to get up here, but... As in... I saved... Tabitha's friend and things. Anyway, let's go to the prison building. And let's open these. Transcribing. No. Subterranean. No, that's not good either. Loudspeakers. No. Right, that removed a dud. Another dud removed. It's not what I want though. I need allowance replenishers. No. Oh, no. Not an allowance replenish. Jesus Christ. Let's try this again. Close the terminal and open it back up again. Disappearing. Smashed it. Disengage lock. Roll.
Took you long enough, so can I go now?
It's okay by me. Enjoy your
Alrighty
freedom.
then. I'll just head out, alone, by myself, into the dangerous waste.
Actually, do you want to tag along with me?
Sorry, boss, but as much as I like to risk getting killed by your side, you seem to already have some help.
Alright, well, with that, let's just
What's up?
send Veronica to the Lucky 38. And I'll grab you later.
Oh, it's you.
Actually, you want to tag along with me?
Understand.
Right. Now with Raoul, who is voiced by the amazing Danny Trio. And Eddie in tow, we just need to talk to several people to get Raoul's reactions on a few things. But first, let me have a look at what was that? I don't know what that was. Okay. Let me just go on the old Google here. Eddie. My love. Right. So getting the Edie My Love quest up here on Google really quickly just to check some things over. Okay. So I need to talk to several people to get his dialogue. So I need to talk to Old Lady Gibson, which I did to get that log. Audio log 2. Speak to Veronica. Is that Thunder? It is, isn't it? After both logs have been triggered, in approximately 2 in-game days, Senior Knight Lorenzo with the Brotherhood of Steel broadcasts a radio transmission through Edie. Okay. Raoul quest Fallout. Because these involve just talking to a lot of NPCs. Old School Ghoul. So we need to talk to Loyal at Nellis Air Force Base, Corporal Sterling of the 1st Recon, and Ranger Andy in Novak. Those are the people we need to talk to get Raoul's quest done and on the way. And considering Novak is quite close, let's just head to Novak. And we'll talk to Ranger Andy, who should be in his bungalow. This isn't Ranger Andy's bungalow. There he is.
Any word on Station Charlie?
I went to Ranger Station, everyone there was wiped out. Caesar's Legion ambushed them. Okay, what happened? So we've done this already. Then that should trigger something with...
If we run, we might still catch Benny. Well, you might. I'll just be wheezing along behind you.
I have some questions I'd like to ask you.
You mean you don't know everything there is to know already?
Can you tell me anything about Mr. House?
How old do you think I am, boss? Because I can pretty much guarantee I'm older than that. Let me tell you a story from before the Great War. Everybody knew Robert House. He was a genius, a superstar. Founded Robco at 22. Dated Hollywood starlets, the works. They say he saved Las Vegas. I was in Mexico City when the bombs dropped. Even from there, we could see House's defensive rockets shooting down the incoming missiles. Everybody assumed he died in the war. Maybe he did. But his robots are still out there roaming the waste. And now, a Mr. House rules New Vegas.
Can't seriously think they're the same as the
Maybe
house.
not. Maybe the new guy is just a clever raider chief with knowledge of history. Maybe he just left instructions for his robots to carry out in his name. Or maybe Robert House uploaded his brain pattern into a computer and rules to this day a godless, soulless machine god. Maybe the whole thing's a crazy coincidence. Who knows?
Maybe there's a connection. Can you remember anything else about Robert House?
I remember there were some weird stories about him, especially near the end. There was a tell-all in El Periódico de las Aburridas by a starlet House dated. She said they never, Now don't make me spell it out, boss. Anyway, she said all he wanted to do was scan her brain and make her dress up in different outfits.
That's sickening.
It was quite the scandal, at least in the Latin American tabloid journalism market.
That's some other questions.
A veritable geyser of curiosity, boss.
You know anything about a goon named Benny, wears a checkered coat, carries a big pistol?
Benny, huh? Sorry, boss. Doesn't ring a bell. Then again, my brain isn't as sharp as it used to be.
That's some other questions. What's your take on the NCR?
All right, I suppose. Had a bit of tough going there at the beginning. You know their first town was nearly wiped out by raiders. Anyway, they got their good points and their bad. Just like a lot of the old governments from before the war.
Let's talk about something else. I have other questions. What do you feel about Caesar's
I
Legion?
don't really have a problem with them. People around here tend to see them as invading marauders planning to burn and pillage the countryside. But I've been to Arizona, boss. Before the Legion, it was a nasty place. So thick with raiders you couldn't trade with a town 2 miles up the road. Caesar's laws aren't nice, and their actions aren't always pretty. But then neither am I. But you keep me around.
That's some other questions. Something about New Vegas.
Big, it's bright, and it's one of the biggest cities still left from before the war. Well, mostly anyway. Used to be just a curiosity. The buildings were pre-war. But it's just as full of raiders and barbarian tribes as any place else. Then Mr. House took over. Got the power turned back on. And got the tribes reformed into something civilized. And now they run his casinos for him.
Okay. Tell about yourself. Who are you?
You forget about me already, boss? You sure you didn't take a blow to the head or something? My name is Raul Alfonso Tejada.
And why does your jumpsuit say Miguel?
Probably because it used to be Miguel's.
Fair enough. I want to ask you something else about yourself.
Book, boss. Granted, the book's in Spanish and some of the pages have fallen out, but I'm an open book.
How can I make best use of your skills?
Not much use besides being a portable encyclopedia, really. I guess you could use me as a pack Brahmin, but my knees aren't so good anymore.
I don't believe that. You must have some skills.
That's nice of you to say, boss. But I'm an old man. Not much use to anybody anymore. Time was. I was a pretty good shot with a pistol. I guess I'm still half decent. These old bones aren't much use in hand-to-hand fighting, though. I can also do maintenance work on your stuff. I don't have the supplies for a real repair job, but I can keep your gear working longer.
Lots of older people are so useful to their friends and communities.
Yeah, maybe you can introduce them to me, if we find them, because I've never met one.
Alright, that's all I want to talk about.
What's new?
What happened? What do you do? What do you do here, Andy?
Now, on better days, I help keep the peace. Boone and Vargas watch the road.
See if that helps.
I can't
Talk
believe
to him
we're
again.
allowed inside the...
Nothing else right now.
What's new?
You have NCR, right? And then, did you do something to your leg? What happened? What did you do? Tell me about the Rangers. Goodbye. Did that work?
Angry soldier robots with bazooka.
About yourself. Where are you
I
from?
was born just outside Mexico City. My family had a little ranch there.
How old are you?
Old enough to know better, boss. Old enough to know better.
What's Petro Chico?
You never heard of Petro Chico? Un amigo de Poseidon Energy. Of course not. They were an oil company in Mexico back before the war.
Alright, fair enough. How'd you end up at Black Mountain?
Boss, when a giant, insane super mutant asks you to stay put, you do what you're told. Well, maybe you don't. But I'm just a broke-down old man.
How did Tabitha find you in the first place?
Stupid, boss. I used to listen to the radio broadcast, just to pass the time. Well, one day the signal stopped, so I figured I'd try to find a transmitter. I'm a pretty good repairman. Or I was before my eyes started to go. Anyway, I found Black Mountain and offered my services. But Tabitha decided I was useful enough to keep around. Permanently.
Talk about something else.
What's new?
Right, I'm gonna have to do these again. See if that's open Raoul up.
I'm glad you decided to off one of the... Oh, good. Now there's another... Never been a big fan of gangs like the... I'm sure pissing off a ruthless warlord with a tribe of... Don't worry, boss.
Okay, never mind.
Hey, boss.
Oh, there we go.
Can I ask you something?
Sure, what's in your mind?
Guys like Ranger Andy.
Think he's a hero of the NCR?
That wasn't what I meant, really. I mean, guys who have a world of experience doing what they do, but have to give it up because they're getting old and slow or too injured.
Even after crippling injury, a guy like Andy's tougher and more dangerous than most men alive.
Maybe, yeah. I guess you got a point there.
We're not talking about Ranger Andy, are we?
Not really, boss. No. I grew up in a place called Hidalgo Ranch, just outside Mexico City. It wasn't much, just a bit of a farm, with a house for 3 generations of Tejadas. I wasn't the best behaved kid. I was quick with my hands, with a pistol or a wrench. And I wasn't afraid to get into fights over it. I never killed anybody, but I had my share of run-ins with the police. Mostly my family kept me in line. This was before the war. We were far enough away from Mexico City when the bombs fell that we missed the worst of it. But things got bad quick.
Go on.
Just a few days after Mexico City was vaporized, refugees started pouring down the road to our ranch. We helped who we could, but there were so many. Eventually, my father started turning people away before we ran out of food. Things got violent. My father and I got our guns, and we drove them off.
What happened then?
2 dozen men came back in the night after we'd gone to sleep. They set fire to the ranch house and barred the doors from the outside. My whole family was trapped inside. I smelled the smoke, and I got myself and my little sister Rafaela out through a window, but everyone else. My parents, my grandmother, my 2 brothers, and 2 of my sisters all died.
What happened then?
Rafaela and I ran. We were pursued by some of the men who attacked our home, but I was always a good shot. The ones who came after us, I killed. The rest, I left be. I had to take care of Rafaela, not throw my life away on revenge.
You blame yourself for this?
Maybe. I don't know. All I know is that for all my skills with a pistol, I couldn't help them. Anyway, that was weighing on my mind. Thanks for letting me get it out in the open, boss.
Alright, Raoul. Okay, there's 2 more people we need to go see. We're going to need to go see Corporal Sterling at Camp 4 Low and Hope.
Took some skills to bring down that fiend. You done good.
Seen anything suspicious around
As a
here?
matter of fact, it's funny that you'd ask. A couple nights back, I was on watch in the yard. Got myself a habit of looking all around, not just where I'd expect to find trouble. Old habit, but it saved my hide on occasion. Round about 1 in the morning, I spied some lights in the control tower. Now that's the 3rd time I've spied those lights, mind you. And every time I ask about it, they tell me the place was empty. I'm just saying, didn't look empty to me.
Thanks
No
information.
trouble at all. Might be nothing. Couple frisky young folks looking for a quiet place to snuggle up. That light is mighty consistent. Always there at 1 a.m. Might be worth a look.
Interesting rifle you have there, lever action, right?
I call her the Long Carabine. Didn't always have the scope. I added that myself. Been shooting with her so long, couldn't bring myself to toss her away. Would have felt guilty to part with the old girl. The other snipers used bolt action, but Gorbets reckoned it didn't matter none if I was different, so long as I could hit my targets.
How long have you always been with First
Used to
Recon?
be a ranger, one of the first they sent out east back before we took the dam. Observation and reconnaissance. We took the lay of the land, checked out the locals, and kept ourselves inconspicuous. A couple friends of mine were the first to scout the dam. That was back in '73, if I recall. A lot of those rangers are dead now. Vegas always chewed men up. It's just a little more literal nowadays.
Why'd you leave the Rangers?
That wasn't really a matter of choice. Got myself caught by legionaries up near Malpay. They had themselves some fun with me. Mangled my hands and feet pretty good. Wasn't much good with the pistol after that. Wasn't gonna be trekking across the waste on any more long scouts either.
How'd you manage to escape my play?
Caesar's boys figured I wasn't going anywhere after what they'd done to me. So they didn't bother tying me up. I crawled out of there on my elbows and knees. Must have looked a sight. Then I rolled down an embankment into the Colorado. I guess I had a mind to drown rather than give Caesar's boys the satisfaction of killing me. But a couple rangers happened to be watching from across the river. They jumped on in and pulled me out of there. Lucky break, they said.
How long have you been stationed
Going
here?
on 6 months now, but I reckon we'll be moving out soon enough. Can't talk about the details. Till then, we'll man the towers and keep an eye on the fiends. We've had more than our share of trouble from their direction. Whole thing smells of Caesar to me. Of course, that's just guesswork. But I'd still bet a few caps he's stirring up the locals against us.
Goodbye. Right, so after that, I'd imagine Raoul will talk to us again. Sure, what's on your mind?
Corporal Sterling. Well, it kind of got me thinking. Here's a guy that's been beat all to hell, right? I mean, he could have retired from the service, but instead he signs back on and does what he can. You think he did the right thing?
I think it's good that he's so devoted to his duty and more people should act that way.
You think so, boss? Because I remember a time when a lot of people stuck to their duty no matter what. It ended with nuclear bombs falling on my hometown.
Talking about the Great War, what do you remember about it?
Fire, I knew my sister and I couldn't stay at Hidalgo Ranch anymore. The refugees still wanted me dead. They even put a bounty on it. I remember how scared Rafaela was. I told her if she came with me, we'd see the vaqueros. She used to love the rodeo, especially the trick rider. We figured maybe we could find help in Mexico City. We were young. We didn't know what had happened, really. We didn't understand about the bombs.
Was it Mexico City basically annihilated in the Great
I
War?
don't think it was as hard hit as DC or Bakersfield, but it was bad enough. By the time we got there, the city was a radioactive ruin. Still, the city was full of looters, already forming into the beginnings of raider tribes. Crime was bad before the war, but now it was a nightmare. We were living like scavengers, scraping by on what little food we could find, always looking for medicine for my burns. And then, of course, the radiation started to kick in, turning me into this handsome devil you see before you.
It's pretty bad.
You're a poet of understatement, boss. But there were moments it was almost worth it. I still remember finding that novelty costume shop. I was just looking around for something I could slice up to wrap my burns when I saw the vaquero outfit hanging on the rack like it hadn't been touched. I took it, not like anybody else needed it, you know? And wore it back to our camp, Rafaela Lab, for the first time since the bombs had fallen.
Wasn't it dangerous to be dressed so noticeably?
It was. I started to build up a legend. Sometimes it headed off trouble, but most of the times it just started more. Young punks looking to prove themselves would come looking for me, but my eyes were sharp and my guns were quick. For a while, it seemed like we might even survive there, until Rafaela.
Go, what
She went
happened?
out to find some food one day. I was sick, so I stayed at our camp. I guess it must have been the beginning of radiation poisoning. Anyway, it was supposed to be safe, but some raiders happened to pass through where she was scavenging. I won't speak of what they did to her. When I found her body, the only way to recognize her was this funny little scar on her knee from when she was a little girl.
That's terrible, Raul.
Terrible doesn't begin to cover it, boss. I let my whole family down. First the ranch, now Rafaela. I was the last Tejada. I guess maybe I went a little crazy then. I took my guns and went back to that market. I didn't have many bullets, but I had enough. After the raiders were dead, I salvaged what I could from the store. I was tired. I just wanted to be alone forever.
So what did you
I
do?
left Mexico City behind. I made my way out to the Gulf Coast. Eventually, I found an old Petro Chico refinery nobody had claimed. I stayed there for a little while, and I thought a lot about my life. I thought about the guns I'd lived by and what they'd gotten me. I decided my guns hadn't gotten me anything, and it was time to give it up. I took off the old vaquero outfit and put on a Petro Chico jumpsuit. The name tag said Miguel, so I started using the name myself. Eventually, I made it to Arizona. That's another story, boss.
Fair enough. Okay, now the last person we need to speak to for Raul is we need to speak to Loyal. Now, this is why I kept this quest. I kept a quest here, Sunshine Boogie, so I have a marker on Loyal. The main reason I did that is because there is a glitch where after you help out the boomers, Loyal, after you pull the Crash B-29 bomber up from Lake Mead, there's a glitch where Loyal will just leave Nellis Air Force Base and just go on a fucking walk, and you can find him anywhere. I've seen people find him on top of Black Mountain, which is here. I've seen people find him in Jacobstown, which is here. I've seen people find him in fucking Good Springs. You know, he just goes on a wander. And I don't know why he does that, but it's something to do with his coding. But it's a glitch that exists in Fallout, so that's why I kept this specifically for Raul's quest. So if I talk to Loyal here now.
Isn't that bomber a beauty? Thanks so much for making an old man's dreams come true.
Can I get a code for VR pods in the mess hall?
No, those aren't for outsiders to use. Leave them alone.
Okay, I was
Anything
just
else
curious.
you need? I've got work to do.
I've repaired the solar relays and increased their efficiency.
An impressive piece of work. I'll keep that in mind if jobs come up in the future.
See you later.
Isn't that
I don't know why there's not many dialogue options for Loyal though. Let me just load this really quickly. And let me make an extra save.
Isn't that
Make an extra save there. Real quick and then leave.
That's a good
There we go.
thing to see, huh, boss?
We're talking
That
about
loyal guy. He's getting up there in years, but he still finds a way to make himself useful to his people. If you ask me, that's better than withering away all alone or holding on to some faded piece of glory from your past.
Lowe's using his years of knowledge to help his tribe. I think that's a noble goal.
That's what I thought too.
What's on your mind?
History, boss. As far as the world knows, I was Miguel. And I was okay with that. I headed north for a while, and ended up in Tucson. Not Tucson, by the way. Things were good there. Well, maybe not good, but better than Mexico City anyway. I found myself a little shack, started fixing things.
Fixing things?
Well, sure, boss. I was always good at fixing things. Some I fixed for the town, some I fixed for other people, some I fixed just for the hell of it. It's a better way to use your hands than killing. And even then, I wasn't getting any younger or faster. I lived there for a long time, kept to myself, didn't get into any fights. Hell, the only reason I even kept my guns oiled was professional pride.
Right, you're still there then?
Getting there, boss. I'd been in Tucson. The locals can call it Tucson all they want, but it's Tucson, damn it. About 75 years when she showed up. Prettiest thing you ever saw, boss. Maybe it was just a trick of my senile brain, but I swear she looked just like my Rafaela. Her name was Claudia. She ended up taking work at one of the brothels in town. I never went to her, of course. How could I? But I looked after her in my own way.
What happened with her?
This was a long time ago, before Caesar's Legion pacified Arizona and brought the Raider tribes to heel. A tribe came into Tucson one day. More a gang, really. Dirty Dave and his 6 brothers. They were looking for bullets, and I sold some to them. I figured if I did that, they'd leave town before they tore it up too much.
They didn't do that, did they?
No, boss. No, they didn't. As I was saying, I hoped they'd leave the town in peace. Instead, they decided to stop at Claudia's brothel and take the edge off. I don't know which one of them got rowdy first, but by the time I heard the screams and got my guns, it was too late. They shot up the brothel, killed 4 girls, and taken Claudia for their sport.
Did you rescue her?
I went after Dave and his brothers. They had a head start, but they slept nights. I didn't. It took me 3 days to catch up to them. Claudia was dead when I got there. They put a bullet in each of her eyes. I couldn't do anything except avenge her, just like Rafaela. I charged into the middle of their camp and started firing. 2 of them were dead before they knew I was there. The other 5, though, they shot the shit out of me. I would have died, I think, if I wasn't so full of rage.
How'd you survive?
I'd been a meaner old cuss than the rest of them, boss. I wanted to keep living until they weren't. So I just kept shooting until they were all dead. I was in pretty bad shape in the end, though. I don't know how long I laid there, with the sun baking me and the buzzards chomping at me. Eventually, I got the strength to start moving. Some long time after that, I managed to drag my carcass back to town.
What happened then?
When I recovered, more or less anyways, I left Tucson and headed west. I ran into Tabitha at Black Mountain, and well, the rest you know. I swore I was done with the gunslinging life. I was too old, too slow, and too beat up to protect anyone anymore. I thought I was done forever, but after traveling with you, I realized I've always had my doubts.
That's about what?
Whether I still had what it took to carry my pistols proudly, to use them to do what's right. And now that I've been traveling with you for a while, you made me realize that I can still do that. Maybe I'm not as tough as I used to be, but my brains can make up for that. And my hands are still quick enough. It's time to put the guns back on.
I think that's a great idea, Raoul. I hope you put them to good use with me.
Bet on that, boss.
Raoul has gained the old Vaquero perk, which increases his rate of fire with revolvers and lever-action firearms by 33%. Well. No. travelling since then, so... Oh, well, that's 24 hours. It was 2 days. I don't know what he's doing. Okay, whatever. Roll shack. Right, well with that, let me go to... Deliver the Crimson Caravan invoice to Dr. Hildren at Camp McCarran. I can do that. Oh, there we go.
Hello? Hi, are you there? Oh, right. You can't respond. Listen, I'm using your robot as a relay to get this message to you. I've picked up some unusual chatter regarding your robot. It seems that it has some information that we could use. Oh, wait, where are my manners? This is Lorenzo, a knight with the Brotherhood of Steel. We'd be very interested in examining your tech.
Could you bring your robot to one of our patrols so they can examine it? I'll have the robot mark the location on your map.
Hi. Sorry to break in. He sounded
Why did the voice
I don't want to
change?
keep you much longer, but I'd like to make a counter suggestion. I'm with the followers of the Apocalypse. We're much more liberal about the sharing of technology than those Brotherhood people. Bring your robot to us. We'll see that whatever information it may have on it is used for the greater good.
I don't know why the voice changed. Okay, so with that now, we can either... The followers of the Apocalypse would like to see ED to get access to the logs he has stored, or go to Knight Lorenzo. Now, depending on who you give him to, depends on what happens to ED. If you give him to the followers, his gun does more damage. If you give him to the Brotherhood, he gets more armor. And I think I'm going to give him to the Brotherhood. There you go. And that was Raoul's gunslinging ability. And he still thinks he's an old man. Right, well let's give Edie to Lorenzo. Which really doesn't take too long anyway. So
I heard a special squad of Rangers is on its way to Vegas.
where is he? Or is he underneath? Is he in this room? Yeah, he is. There he is.
You're the one with that robot. I was hoping you'd bring him my way. Pretty impressive piece of hardware. I can't say that I've seen anything quite like him before.
I've heard some information from its logs. Sounds like it's carrying some Enclave data.
Really? What kind of logs? What kind of data does he have on it?
The logs speak about Enclave Duraframe research and Poseidon Energy research.
Did you say Poseidon Energy? I've been researching some Poseidon projects here. Do you think you could leave your robot with me for a few days? I have some materials that I can use to upgrade his armor while he's here.
Okay, you can have Edie for a little bit. You've lost Edie's Enhanced Sensors perk. So, you'll get Edie back within a few days in which he will return to Prim, and then you just pick him up. So that's pretty much Edie's companion quest done. That's pretty much it, completed now. So, I'm going to head to Camp McCarran, not Camp McCarran. Yeah, I am actually. To carry on with helping the... to help the Crimson Caravan a little bit. So let's go to Camp McCarran. Go on, Raoul. Let's go. Alright. While I'm here, actually, I can actually go see the guy in the mess hall again. Just to see what he wanted for his unmarked quest. So... this fella should be in here.
A pleasure to meet you. I'm Dr. Thomas Hildern, Director of Operations, OSI East. I presume you're here about Vault 22?
Actually, I have an invoice for you from Alice McClafferty.
I'll see that she's paid right away. Crimson Caravan runs a tight operation. Even out here in the waste, wouldn't do to keep them waiting. Was there anything else? Or were you just here about the invoice?
You mentioned Vault 22, might be willing to help.
Straight to it then. Have you signed the release forms? No? Doesn't matter. We'll keep that to ourselves. Vault 22. Where to begin? Imagine, if you will, the wasteland in bloom. Vast fields of corn that grow from seeds and produce their bounty in the space of a month. Orchards of trees, their branches weighed halfway to the ground, hung with fat, ripe oranges, a harvest that could feed a city or a nation. And all this, requiring no more than a few drops of precious water, and the efforts of only a handful of human farmers. Impossible?
I think it's impossible.
Precisely. Science has proven that truth 1,000 times over. But how many wasteland savages believe it? Present company accepted, of course. The bounty I described to you is no idle fantasy. It exists in primitive form only a few miles from where we stand. We need only reach out and unlock its secret. For that, the OSI needs you.
Scientific discovery is never as simple as that. What do you need me to do?
I believe that the inhabitants of Vault 22 unlock the secrets of vegetative growth. Plants are spilling from their gate. No one tends them. No one waters them. Yet they multiply and spread in all directions. Find the reason for this miraculous growth, and I promise you the OSI will see that you are generously compensated.
Alright, I'll do it.
Good. No need to check in with the NCR authorities. I can authorize your payment from OSI accounts. Vaults typically contain a server room on a lower level, where they would have backed up their research data. A computer room, you understand? Download all the information on the central server to your Pip-Boy, and you'll be certain to bring me any notes or samples that you find, won't you?
Goodbye. There stands the grass.
Ah, I was just...
I brought the data from Vault 22.
Wonderful. Excellent work. Let me see it. It'll take a moment to decode on my terminal.
By the way, you never warned me about how dangerous that... You never warned me about the dangers in that place.
Didn't I? Did you encounter undue difficulties? Clearly. All that... I think Williams' decryption algorithms... Yes, here it is. The data is mostly uncorrupted. This will make the board of... Here then, as promised, an agreeable sum payable upon delivery of the data. You've more than done your part.
Damn. I'd be careful of that data. You didn't see those plants in the vault.
Your concerns are perfectly understandable, but I assure you, they're entirely misplaced. We would never use technology that wasn't fully tested. We aren't some motley band of vault alchemists. We're with the government, for goodness sake. Have a little faith in us.
You're new. I'm Angela. Williams. Were you just looking around, or...?
Need help with anything?
Give you work? No, that'd be up to the administrator. There in his office. Between you and me, I don't think he ever leaves. Plenty of mercs go in to see him, though.
Goodbye. Why can't I move? Why can't I move? Okay, that was weird. Gonna have to do that again. But yeah, I already downloaded the data from Vault 22 when we went there to get the parts of the Brotherhood.
A pleasure to meet you.
There we go. There stands the grass. Okay, gonna head this way and speak to the guy in the mess hall again. He's just here on the right, I believe. Yeah, there he is.
Hey,
The Crimson Caravan agreed to trade meat and spices at generous
you
discount.
managed to swing us a discount and cover the majority of the meat supply we need. Good work.
Can you remind me where I should look for
What
supplies?
do you need to know?
I would suggest what parts I need for the
Here's
food
the
processor.
list. We've been scrapping together quick fixes to keep it running for months. I think it finally crapped out and needs a full overhaul. It's the goofy machine behind the counter in the corner next to the stove.
Might find the parts.
Try the various traders around the waste, or the pawn shop in West Side might have some parts.
Okay,
It
meat.
doesn't need to all come from the same source. There are a bunch of different vendors around who sell.
Okay, I should look for spices. Okay, well I got the meat and the spices, so I just need to fix the food processor. Okay. I need repair level 80. What is it now? 65.
Hey. Here's the. It's the goofy.
Alright, you gave me a list, did you? Have a look at this list. Okay. Prim Slim's corrupted memory block, Vance's gun, Sniper's nest location, food processor. Fucking hell. Right. Let's go to Miguel's pawn shop. Let's see if I can't get all that stuff. Jesus Christ, alright. Okay, let's try this again. So Miguel's pawn shop is there.
So I hear the honcho of one of them strip families up and disappeared.
Where is Miguel? There he is. So I need 2 pilot lights.
Here to do business?
I'm looking for an antique rangefinder someone might have sold to you.
Antique, maybe.
Alright. Okay. Two pilot lights, a pot. I need 2 pressure cookers. I need 5 pieces of scrap metal, but that's 1, that's fine.
Give me a shot.
Oh god, right. Two conductors, 2 fire hose nozzles, 4 fission batteries, some sensor modules and steam gauge assemblies. He doesn't sell any conductors, unfortunately. He's got 1 fire hose nozzle. I need 4 fission batteries. Do you have any steam gauge assemblies? You do not.
Another.
Right. Crimson Caravan. That's the next place I will check. With Cliff over here.
Hey there.
You're not really selling... You're selling the scrap metal though. Which I'll take. Alright.
Welcome back.
I delivered the invoice.
Well, you've proven yourself reliable so far. Would you be interested in more important jobs?
What work do you have available?
As much as I like to handle matters personally, I can't be everywhere at once. There is a negotiation with a smaller trading outfit that I'd like resolved as quickly as possible. There's also the matter of Henry Jameson, an employee whose services I'd rather do without. His family connections make it difficult, however. And finally, I need someone to acquire the Gunrunner's manufacturing specifications. This job needs to be quiet. No alarms, no deaths.
Tell me about the
There's a
negotiation.
small trading outfit, Cassidy Caravans, that I'm interested in acquiring. They've been rather competitive, so it's time to buy them out. I have it on good authority that the owner, Cass, wants out of the caravan business. Cass frequently trades with the NCR, so you'll likely find her at the Mojave outpost.
See what I can do. Okay. Yeah, Mojave Outpost. I could go see the bartender in here as well and see if she has any of the other materials I'm needing. 2 conductors, a fire hose nozzle, and some steam gauge assemblies.
One of the ranger vets
background?
No, wow, you're actually not selling anything.
looked at me, and I just about...
You come around like a bad habit. What's on your mind?
Crimson Caravan sent me, they want to buy out your
They want
caravan.
to buy Cassidy Caravans? Don't they know it's burned to ash? No. Even times being what they are. Not sure I'm looking to sell. Even for all the whiskey in Reno.
Wait, what happened to your caravan?
Mojave happened. Hit by raiders packing some heavy firepower. Can't believe the Crimson Caravan haven't heard. So if you want to buy all of Cassidy Caravans, you're looking at it. And what I got in my pockets. Still, as little as that is, not looking to sell.
So even if you have nothing, you won't sell?
If someone came up to you and offered you 1,000 caps for your name, would you take it?
No,
Actually,
go fine.
you know what? Fuck it. I don't want to hear your answer anyway. Point is, I made the caravan what it is. It's mine.
I have the offer letter here, the terms of
Alice McLafferty, eh? No, I see the zeros, and I know she's good for them. Still, it's not about the money. Dad'd spin like a twister if he ever heard I sold our name for anything.
Are you sure?
Look, I know you came all this way, and that takes some drive, especially these days. Just doesn't feel right. Trading history for a slip of paper.
The outpost is the last place you'd want to be trapped.
That's a good point. It's the caravan clearance that's got me stuck here. I'm sure this bar's getting tired of propping me up. Give me that paper. I'll put my name to it. No sense trying to hold the past between your fingers when it's nothing but dirt. All right. There you go. Caravan's yours. Feel kind of relieved, actually. Guess I didn't realize how much I was carrying around with just the name.
What do you do now?
No idea. Maybe head back west? Though the idea of heading back there with my tail between my legs isn't appealing.
There's other places to go.
Where? Like Vegas? Shoot and spit enough friends out. East? Get put in one of Caesar's little camps? No thanks. Head back west? I already know the big circle and everyone in it, except now I go back there ruined. Never really realized how small the Mojave is getting nowadays. Hard to find a place to go that's worthwhile.
Could come with me.
One too many by my count.
Alright.
Surrendered.
Okay.
Well, I'll need to head on without you.
Call. I mean, if that's what you really want, boss. Hey,
That's a lucky 38.
as long as you're not asking me to go back to Black Mountain, I'm a happy old man.
The guy there called Boone, he's a lovely fella. I think you two will get along,
You
actually.
come around like a
What do you do now? You could come with me.
Go with you?
Why not? I could use someone who knows the roads.
So you're looking for someone to help, not just tag along. Huh. Walking the Mojave with you can't be any worse than here, that's for sure. Alright, I'm in.
There's a riot shotgun in it for you. Come on, Cass. Where is she? There she is. Right. Alright, Cass. Time to do your quest as well now. Durable Dunn's sacked caravan. Griffin Weir's sacked caravan. Oh well. Fucking hell. Forgot how good Cass was with that shotgun. I might buy her a riot shotgun actually, because that shotgun she's got, I don't think it's even named Cass's shotgun. Yeah, it's just a caravan shotgun. So I'll have to get her a better shotgun then, because it's seriously just a caravan shotgun. Griffin's Weir's sacked caravan. This is one of the Cassidy caravans. Although she's not saying anything about it.
Well, now that I'm free of the outpost, was wondering if you'd mind making a detour. I'd like to pay my respects to the end of Cassidy caravans. Check out the site where they died.
Where was your caravan hit?
Upside of Vegas, here, Tal. Trapped at the Mojave outpost, so I wasn't able to run there when I heard. Been weeks since it was hit, so the site's probably a Cazador nest by now.
How'd you catch word of it?
Back on what happened from Rangers. Guess they found enough in the wreckage to identify it.
Think there's anything left?
Only wishful thinking on my part, most likely. At the least, I'd like to pay my respects. I got them into this mess. I owe them that much.
Let's go then.
I appreciate it. Some of the caravan might be ash, but we were expecting raiders and over-inquisitive NCR border guards. There might be something left. If I'm there with you, shouldn't be hard to spot. And I'd prefer to see the bodies with my own eyes.
Okay. Alright, Cass's caravan. Cassidy caravan's wreckage. Just down here. Oh, hello. Fucking Caesar's Legion. Caesar's Legion infamy gained. Oh no, whatever we'll do. Oh, yep. Did they kill that merc? I don't even think they killed the mercenary. Oh no, they did. They did. Alright, what's over here? Well, there's the wreckage. Pack Brahman. Oh, a conductor. Need that.
God, there's almost nothing left. Looks like whoever it was just in the mood for killing. Most of the cargo's ash, too. Not burned, looks like disintegrated. When I heard the reports, I assumed ash meant burned. So close to the Vegas wall, too. Don't that beat all? Must have happened during the day, though. They hadn't made a camp.
Why would they have done it during the day?
No idea. Maybe catch the sun in their eyes? Maybe they wanted the caravan to come to them, walk into an ambush. We should check the wagon. They may not have got everything. Whatever we find, it's yours. Least I can do for hoofing it all this way with me.
Fair enough. Now we're looking for any energy weapons or anything like that.
You know what? What happened in my caravan? Not the first time I've heard about an attack like that. One of our caravans got hit a few months back, and the caravan been burned too, along with the cargo. I wonder if he made the same mistake, and that other caravan got hit with energy weapons too.
Want to go check it out?
It's a ways though. Hell of a detour. You sure?
Let's go.
All right then.
Oh, that's Griffin's sacked caravan. And this is the one where we found a plasma rifle.
This caravan. Place has been picked clean. This is Brotherhood level murder here. But they don't do things like that. This was done with a purpose. Let's poke around a bit, see what we can find. Might be something in the wreckage.
Alright. I mean, I've already kind of looked around though, no? Cass, I don't think there's anything here, love. I'm gonna be honest with you.
What's that? Looks like a map. Got the route along the west of Vegas, and they've marked another spot. Over here along this stretch. That's fucked up. Middle of nowhere.
Let's check it out.
Something's wrong. I can feel it. It's not any closer than the first. So if you'd rather let be, let me know.
1 minute at a time. You said there's a map. I don't see no map. I'm assuming there isn't actually a map and that's just something she picked up. Right, durable done, sacked caravan. Alright. Let's go from Freeside East Gate then. killed that raider, well, that fiend, but I don't know who this person is here she was shooting at. Who are you? Oh, you're just a merc. Fair enough. Fair enough. Hollister's home. Hostier's home. Isaac's house. Don't need to go through Isaac's house to get there. But anyway, here's the caravan. And here you will find a wee bit more evidence. Fishing battery, whiskey, noodles. As in, a dead Van Graff thug. Isn't that something? This combat armor's unique, by the way, this black
Another
combat armor.
caravan burned. Except someone made camp here. And I never heard about this attack. Let's look around. Something stinks.
Van Graff thug. Here, look. Facts. Crimson Caravan Guard too. 2 Van Graff thugs. Right, wait for it to talk to me again. Cass. Cass.
That does it. That's Crimson Caravan and the Van Graffs. They were behind burning these caravans, and they've got to answer for them. I'm gonna get some extra ammo, a few bottles of whiskey, and then show them how Cassidy's settle accounts.
There's another way we can get evidence and let the NCR take them down.
NCR? Are you out of your fucking mind? That'd take years. And with the war with the Legion, no way they're gonna waste time running up the Crimson Caravan or the Van Graffs.
The homes of the Van Graffs would last longer and travel back west.
Alright. If you poke around the Van Graffs and Alice, fine. But if I see either one go into their camp, I'm gonna start shooting, no matter what you find.
Okay.
You find any evidence?
I've just started to fucking go now, love. Like, give me a minute.
I've heard that Securitrons are nastier than ever.
I've only just started to look. Okay. Well, she's not here at the moment. Thanks, Cass. I appreciate that, love. I forgot. Nah, that's not needed. No, that's needed. New Kanan. Breach Protocol. Henry Jameson. Gunrunny Tariff. War effort. Oh well, she's got a fucking safe here. Let's have a look what's in here. Crimson Caravan Van Graff Agreement. This is an agreement between the Crimson Caravan Company and the Van Graffs to undercut or eliminate all other rival caravan companies in the regions, such as the Gunrunners and Cassidy Caravans. In the case of Cassidy Caravans, Gloria Van Graff has agreed to use mercenaries against Cassidy Caravans to drive down the company's value, allowing Alice McLafferty to purchase the remaining assets at a bargain price.
You find any evidence yet? I'm not gonna wait forever.
Here's the evidence to deal without its twin. There's
so
no
there's
proof.
Just one more safe to crack? Hope you can get to it. Say what you will about the 2 leading ladies. They watch their lockers like crows. Still, you got one, so the other might not be impossible. If you get both, then let's talk. And I appreciate you putting yourself at risk like this. Thanks.
Right, so next we need to go check Gloria Van Graff's safe, which is easier said than done. But what I will do is to get... I think the best way to do this, actually, would be probably to do this first. I'll show you. So what I'm going to do before... no, there's a free side fug. 1 minute. Only know because Cass pulled the knife out. Cass, can you...
You find any evidence?
Not yet. I had other questions. Can you just wait here? Just wait there. So I'm gonna... So the best way to do this is... I'm doing this because I think if Cass sees Gloria, I've got a feeling she might just fucking shoot her. Okay, search away. It's fine. I don't mind you searching me. The safe's there. Oh. So, I think the best way to do this would be...
Welcome to the Silver Room.
Mind if I ask some questions? I was wondering if you had any work available.
It just so happened.
Sure, count me in. So, birds of a feather, we need to go talk to Simon.
Welcome to the Silv... Aw, crap. Don't tell me you're my new guard.
That's right.
Well, no time for pleasantries. I've got your gear right here, but let's see if you can follow instructions. You'll be covering the other side of the door there. Take your position while I get your stuff out. Good.
Right.
Look around and get a feel for where customers and risks can enter and exit the area while I get your gear ready.
Fucking hell, how many guns do I have? Jesus Christ.
Okay, now let's get you geared up. First, your armor. Standard issue is your run-of-the-mill combat armor, with a nice dark coat of paint for both brand recognition and sheer intimidation value. Next, your weapon. Guards are required to use rifles. Anything lighter compromises your combat effectiveness. Anything heavier and people are too scared to come in the door. What's your preference, laser or plasma?
Plasma.
Nothing wrong with going plasma. Just make sure you hit what you're aiming at. Now that you're equipped, a quick word on the job at hand. In a nutshell, we're here to keep the riffraff away. Drunks, punks, and capless vermin are to be turned away. Potential customers are to be permitted normal entrance. That is, after we pat them down for weapons. An unarmed man is a lot less likely to try to steal something with several armed guards around. Don't start any fights. I don't care if some jet junkie just insulted your mother. We're here to promote violence elsewhere, not start it here. Lastly, don't abandon your post. We're getting paid to stand next to this door, not talk to someone down the street or head to the casino. That goes double for any thoughts of splitting with that gear. Every now and then, some young punk thinks he can run off with Van Graff property. Trust me, the rifle and armor are nice. They're not worth your life. Other than that, relax. There's usually some eye candy coming and going from the Wrangler over there at some point, so the view's not too bad.
I'm over encumbered apparently. That's fine. I just need to equip the Van Graff plasma rifle.
Got some hours left before the shift ends. I'll let you handle this one.
Hi there. Is this where I can and pick up a laser gun?
Good. Stick to the rules.
Tries to blow it up. It's company policy. No, we're gonna have to let it search.
Damn, I knew this wasn't gonna work.
Graphs with me. My family deserves that much at least. Is a goo pile. So.
This I do not need today. Keep your head straight, Murphy. Things are about to get interesting.
Oh, it's Pacer. Member of the Kings.
Hey, Simon. How's it hanging? Looks like you've got a little helper today.
What can I say? Business has been good lately. Can afford to help.
Good to hear, buddy.
You know she is.
What, say yourself?
I would, but I tend to distract the boss lady a little too much. She can't help herself.
Because I can now enter here with weapons, so I can now sell things to her. But I've bought all the other weapons from her. However, can I buy... I guess I can buy some weapon modifications. So I've got no choice. Buy ammo, I guess. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. But we're back now. We're back with this. Okay. So, I don't know what you missed, but basically I spoke to Glory again after helping her with guard duty, and we're having to come here to deliver something to a person here. Which are... Oh, why do I not have any... Oh, because of the... Yeah. Let me just equip that for now. Instead of hotkeying everything.
Are you the Van
Strange well.
emissary?
I am.
Do you have what we requested?
It's right here.
Then our business is concluded. Tell your superiors that we will contact them shortly.
Okay. He's with Caesar's Legion, by the way, if I remember correctly. Okay, medicine stick. The anti-material rifle, okay. Yes, I have equipped the anti-material rifle, primarily because I want to snipe people a bit more. It's actually what I usually do when I play Fallout New Vegas. I usually do a sniper playthrough. Because the hunting rifle with the scope on it in this game is the best weapon in the game. I don't care what anyone else says, it's honestly the best weapon in the game. Because if you're prone, well, if you're crouched, then obviously you're hidden, and you do sneak attacks with it, it'll one-shot most things. And then the anti-material rifle is just the upgrade to that, so... Because you can also put explosive rounds in the anti-material rifle if you really wanted to. Anyway, I'll tell Gloria that I've delivered the parcel, or whatever it was.
Welcome back. Did you have news for me, or are you just here for the guns?
I delivered the package as requested.
Don't leave me in suspense. What was their reaction?
He said you'd hear from them soon.
Good. Here's your payment. If you'll excuse me, I have some thinking to do. Oh. Jean-Baptiste was talking about a matter earlier that he needs help with. I volunteered you. See him for the details.
Okay. Jean-Baptiste cunning?
Just the
Or
person I
cutting?
was looking for. Your name came up in a discussion we had recently. My
Your mouth
sister's
isn't
very
moving.
impressed with you so
Never
far,
mind.
but I'm not. I don't think you have what it takes to work for this family.
Cool.
Luckily for you, I'm going to give you a chance to prove me wrong. What do you say? Want to make some real money?
What do I have to do?
No. That's not how it works. You don't get to weigh the options. You're either in or you're out.
I'm in.
Then, if we're going to work together...
Actually. Count me out. Fuck. Right, I thought I could be able to help the Van Graffs out without getting Cass involved. Hi. How long can we wait until these guys will go? You know what? It's late. No, fuck it. Do I have a stealth boy? Do. Wait. Save. Let's just save really quickly. Come on, you bastard. Hey. Fuck. Right, cool. Oh, beautiful. Let us a Gloria. So, let's have a look. Dear Miss Van Graff, it has come to my attention that Cassidy caravans have suffered a number of setbacks recently. I can only hope that these latest unfortunate events drive that young booze hound of an owner to finally sell me her remaining assets. As per our agreement, I have bent sorry, 1 minute. As per our agreement, I have bent my not inconsiderable efforts towards weakening your competitors, the Gunrunners. You can expect a mysterious and sudden surge in sales in the near future. Sincerely, A.M. Alex McAfee. Alright.
You got a problem?
I do. Okay, well with that I can tell Cass that I have all the information she needs. Let me do that just so I'm no longer fucking invisible.
You find any evidence yet? I'm not gonna wait forever.
Here's both pieces of evidence.
Shit. There it is. The blood, the motive, as clear as day. They must have penned these with snake venom. But we got it. Now what? Sure, this damns them, but only if someone listens.
Anyone you trust in the NCR?
Jackson and the Mojave outpost could get it to the folks in the west. I wouldn't trust anyone closer to the Colorado. And the Crimson Caravan and the Van Graffs have their heart back west. Not sure it'll do any good, though.
You have to try.
Alright, let's do it. Listen to what he has to say.
Right, well now you can follow me again. So Ranger Jackson is at the Mojave outpost, yeah? Yeah. Brahman's off.
Wish I could have been there to see Caesar die. What an asshole.
He was. Ranger Jackson.
Appreciate the help. Wish I had more work for you, but nothing else on the radar at the moment.
I have evidence of a caravan conspiracy.
Let me see. All right, this explains a lot of the lost caravans. I thought it was Legion work, but
Can you get it to the right people?
if you make me a promise. I need you to swear you won't take revenge on Gloria or Alice. If you do, then your case is over, and we can't see that justice is done. I know some things are hard to let go, You and Miss Cassidy need to understand that. Hear me?
Have a word.
Have to do. God, what a mess. People turning against each other when the Mojave's at risk of falling. If the Republic's sinkhole progress doesn't kill us, greed will. Thanks for bringing me this. I know revenge must have been tempting. For what it's worth, I appreciate you didn't shed any more blood. We need to save our strength for the Legion.
You're welcome.
I'll do what I can. And those folks that got killed need to be answered for.
Well, that's settled, I suppose.
Are you alright?
I don't know. I guess I feel relieved. I don't know what I feel. Wait, that's not true. I think the NCR back west, when riled, is going to be the worst enemy the Van Graffs and the Crimson Caravan ever had. They're all so mired in procedure and paper out there. The kind of evidence we gave is going to be worse than shooting them. I think that settles accounts with me and my men. That was some tricky political maneuvering, but worth it, even if it takes a few years.
Cass has gained the Calm Heart perk, giving her a permanent health bonus. There we are. I don't even know if there's no... He's collecting the bottle caps. Right.
Hello.
Just looking at the achievements, there isn't an achievement for finishing the for completing the Birds of a Feather quest. Okay. Okay. Ask Pearl for help. Well, ask Pearl if that girl can come through to see Jack. Which will be the last thing I do before I just end the stream. Well, obviously I'll get the girl to Jack, and that's about it. Where is she? Pearl!
Hello.
Jack is interested in a girl.
Well, this is welcome news. Who is she?
She works for the Crimson Caravan.
Those traders? They've tried to contact us before, but I'm not interested in trading with greedy savages. This presents a bit of a problem. Jack isn't allowed to leave Nellis, and I doubt she would make it through the artillery alive.
It would mean a lot to Jack if she could come to Nellis.
I suppose Jack deserves a chance at love. You can tell Jack she has a free pass to enter, but he is responsible for her actions. Do not make me regret this decision, outsider.
Time for me to go. Tell Jack Janet is interested in him. Door to the hangar. Loyal.
This has been a dream come true to work on the lady. I don't think I've seen Loyal this frisky in years.
Please don't call him that. I spoke to Pearl, but Janet needs a way past the artillery.
Take this boomer outfit. I'll let the gunners know she's coming, and not to shoot at her.
Cool. Have they... I don't think they've hauled the Crash B-29 up here yet, have they? It doesn't look like they've been working on this just yet. Because after a while, it starts to get a lot of parts on it. It gets painted and stuff. Right, Crimson Caravan Company. Right.
Hello again. How's your boomer friend?
I still want to talk to you about him again.
What's going on? Have they agreed to my safety yet?
I got a boomer uniform for you to wear where you crossed Nellis.
I have a work contract with the Crimson Caravan, and if I walk away, I lose the wages they owe me. Could you do just one more thing for me and talk to Alice McLafferty about it? I know if I do it, she'll just say no. I'd hate to lose the money.
Cool. Hey, Ringo.
Hey there, friend.
Just hope Cass don't fucking shoot the bitch. There you go. Let Janet know.
Have you spoken with McLafferty yet?
I'm convinced her to pay you what you
That's
owed. You're
great.
free to leave.
I can't believe you went through all this trouble for me. Thank you.
No worries. Can tell Jack she's coming, I guess. And then we've done here.
I didn't think the day...
Loyal.
This has been a dream come true to...
No, fucking hated that scrap metal.
Hello. It's great to finally meet you.
Hi there. It's great. Throw some. Could use a little target practice. Careful where you flash that chip of yours. To meet you as well.
I'm glad you made it out here. You're even more stunning up close.
What are you doing? What?
And you're even more handsome up close.
Alright.
Do you think it'll be okay if I hang around here for a little while? Let's see what you got.
Gosh, you got empty bottles of whiskey. Do you want a whiskey? I got some.
So we can get to know each other better?
Of course it would. I'll have you set up with some quarters with some of the other women.
It seems that the territories
Thank you for getting Janet to...
are about to blow up.
Goodbye. Young Hearts. I did it. I'm like fucking... I don't know. I'm like Saint Valentine. There you go. That's me. Gypsum Train Yard, Fisherman's Fish. Okay, so there's not really much left for us to do in terms of Fallout now. Obviously, I can take the pictures of those. Can do the house always win and stuff. Because I've helped everyone out now, pretty much. But yeah, and then I think what I will end up doing is I'll do the... So I think next time what I'll do is I will do the Dead Money quest, and I will be doing... I will be showing you how to escape the vault with all of the gold. I'll show you the way I do it. Now, if anyone's going to stand there afterwards when I've done it and I've done the guide and stuff for it, if anyone's going to write in the comment sections and things and say you're missing the point of dead money, you can stick it up your ass, okay? It's a video game. It's not that fucking deep. Get over yourself. Shut the fuck up. With that note, I'll see you guys later. Take care of yourselves. Look after yourselves, and I'll see you in a bit.